I'm 27 years old and I just finished my first exam in college, and I've never done an exam before in my entire life. It's literally the first one I've ever done, and I'm trying to document my experience as an adult going to community college. And I have a lot of academic anxiety, so much academic anxiety, and it feels weird to have kind of gotten past this milestone, I want to say, because I was homeschooled too, and my educational background is so not what everyone else's is, and I think it's hard for other people to think about, especially if you live in the US. Oh, you've never done an exam, you've never taken a quiz before, you've never submitted a paper before, but these are all things that I've never done, and I did always have that insecurity of I feel uneducated. I feel like I'm behind everyone else. And it was hard to know if is that an insecurity or is it actually true. I think people wouldn't necessarily know that was my background, that I did not have a great education. I don't know if people would know. It's something that I've been insecure about I'm 27, for years and years and years and years. And in a way, it feels silly, and in another way, it feels there's stuff that I didn't know. I am learning. In my first college, this is my first semester in college, and I am learning things. And I'm learning how to write in an academic setting. I'm learning things about grammar. I am learning about how to take quizzes and how to take tests and how to be responsible for my education and my studying and all that kind of thing. And I feel I wish it would come easier. In some ways it is easy, in some ways it's a lot harder. I kind of hoped that as soon as I started college, all my academic anxiety would just disappear, and that's not how anxiety works. It's not how anxiety works at all, actually. I am actively exposing myself to one of my deepest, darkest insecurities and fears every day. When I go into class, when I decide to work on an assignment, when I ask for feedback in class, it is so terrifying. And I think, it's week 5, week 6 of my first semester, and I think the thing that I've most come away with so far is that I am much more confident in myself than I was 6 weeks ago, because I am doing things every single day that challenges the narrative I have about myself and anxiety I have in my own head. And I don't think it's very often that you are experiencing the most extreme level of exposure therapy. I'm literally going into the place that I was so insecure about going to. I'm going to a college, I'm interacting with teachers, I'm learning how to be a student. This was such deep insecurity for so long. So I feel the identity of who I identify as, who I am, is rapidly changing, and my brain and my body haven't quite caught up to the fact that I am actually capable of being a college student and doing this, and very much able to keep up with my classes and turn everything in on time and study and all those kinds of things. My brain hasn't kind of caught up there. My body definitely has not. So I'm having a lot of physical anxiety, a lot of shortness of breath, a lot of shakiness, especially when I I do an exam or I do a quiz. Those are because I never did those before, and I don't know, whenever I thought about going to college, those were the things that I was I don't know if I can do this, quizzes and exams and recalling things. I've always been really insecure about that. So yeah, my body is reacting what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you exposing yourself to literally the triggers? If I have any, those are the ones that I am exposing my body and my brain to. My system is kind of in revolt a little bit, and I just finished my exam, and right now I feel sad. Honestly, I feel sad. I wish that I had done this sooner. So I feel sad for my younger self, and I feel sad that they didn't get to experience this sooner, because their insecurity and their anxiety and other things were holding them back from this experience. So, but yeah, this is my first exam done, and I will keep updating. I got 90%, so it went really well.